Before the first words of this sacred transmission touch your soul, before the veil of oblivion is gently lifted to reveal the truth you so long for, I ask for a moment of your attention, a gesture of alignment with the energy that resides here. If the call of this channel resonates in your spirit, if you feel in every fiber of your being that the messages shared here are echoes of your own journey of ascension, then the time has come to seal our connection. Sign up for this sanctuary of revelations, this safe haven for awakened souls, so that not a drop of this light is lost amidst the clamor of the outside world. And if the divine impulse moves you, share this flame with those you feel are also in search of their own truth, of their own awakening, so that the current of illumination expands and reaches hearts thirsting for meaning. Your support is the breath that keeps this fire burning, the energy that allows these truths to flow freely to every corner where darkness still tries to prevail. May your heart be the channel and your hand the instrument. You didn't find this video. This video found you. Yes, you, ancient soul, who bears the scars of unseen battles, who feels the weight of a burden that the world around you does not understand. There is a reason you are here, at this very moment, at this turning point in time and space. It is no accident that your eyes were guided to this frequency, to this whisper that echoes through the ether, coming from realms that transcend human comprehension. The pains you have carried, the disappointments that have crushed your spirit, the abysses that have opened beneath your feet when everything seemed to be falling apart, all of it was not in vain. Every tear shed, every sleepless night, every silent scream deep within your being was a divine tool, an alchemical furnace, shaping the essence of your soul. For you are not merely existing, you are being forged. You are a diamond in the rough, and the pressures of life are the invisible hands of a master cutter, removing imperfections, revealing the intrinsic brilliance that was always there, hidden beneath the layers of doubt and fear. Oh, brave soul, understand. Adversity is not a punishment, but an initiation. It is the dark portal through which you must pass to access the true dimension of your own greatness. The universe does not send you challenges to destroy you, but to build you, to remind you of who you truly are, of your stellar lineage, and the ancient power that runs through your veins. Each storm has been an invitation to delve deeper into your own essence, to find the unshakable anchor within yourself. The pain you have felt was not designed to break you, but to awaken you to your own invulnerability, so that you may realize that the source of your strength lies not in external circumstances, but in the unquenchable flame that burns eternally in the sanctuary of your heart. You were chosen before you were born to carry this light, and it is through overcoming that this light expands, illuminating not only your own path, but also those who walk in darkness around you. Be ready, for the truth now unfolds that everything you considered a burden was in fact a blessing in disguise, a rite of passage into your own divinity. Allow this understanding to settle deep within your being and feel the transmutation begin. Well, beloved being of light, you who have faced the icy winds of despair and the arid deserts of loneliness, know that each of these painful experiences is not an insurmountable obstacle, but rather a mirror, a cosmic mirror, polished by the hands of destiny that is there to reflect back to you something that has been hidden by veils of conditioning and forgetfulness. This mirror does not show your weakness or your flaws, but rather the deeper layers of strength, of an innate potency that lies dormant at your core. Each moment of crisis, each crossroads that forced you to seek a way out, where there seemed to be none, was a divine opportunity for you to see yourself in a new light. The limitations you perceived in yourself are not intrinsic, but mental constructs that dissolve when faced with the need to act, to persist, to find a way. You are not awakening, You are remembering. Remember your indestructible essence, your ability to overcome what seems insurmountable, your resilience that is as old as the stars themselves. What the world called a problem, the cosmos called an invitation for you to dive into the depths of your own being, to explore the recesses of your spirit where lie inexhaustible resources of courage and determination. This mirror of adversity, though often clouded by your own tears, reveals, when cleansed, the image of a being of light, of a spiritual warrior who possesses within himself all the necessary tools to not only survive, but to thrive in the midst of any storm. Do not look away. Face the reflected image, embrace the grandeur it reveals, and allow the truth of your inner power to flood you, transforming the perception of your journey forever. Be alert to the signs, for the reflection that emerges is that of your true self, emerging gloriously from the ashes of the old. And not only is your unshakable strength revealed, but also the spark of divine creativity that dwells within you. Think of the times when you were pushed to the brink of the abyss, when the obvious solutions disappeared and the only option was to create. It was in those moments of intense pressure, when the ground beneath your feet seemed to give way, that an untapped source of inventiveness welled up within you. The hands of time and experience have shaped this capacity to innovate, to see beyond what is visible, to build bridges where before there were only impassable voids. Creativity, this ability to transform the impossible into the possible, is not a gift granted to a few, but a universal inheritance for all who dare to look beyond the rigid framework of what is known. Adversity is the catalyst, the fire that purifies the metal and makes it malleable so that new forms can be forged. It is at the edge of your comfort zone, at the breaking point, that the mind expands, that the spirit frees itself from the shackles of convention, and that the most brilliant and daring ideas come to light. Every challenge you have faced that made you wonder, how am I going to get out of this, was an intensive training session from the cosmos, a laboratory where your ingenuity was tested and perfected. You were forced to discover unique ways to navigate turbulent waters, to build vessels with what you had at hand, to illuminate paths with your own inner light. This is proof that you are not a passive victim of circumstances, but an active co-creator of your reality, an architect of your own destiny. Life, in its infinite wisdom, has encouraged you to use gifts you never imagined you had, to draw maps for unknown in territories, to invent solutions that defy linear logic. Allow this wave of creativity to wash over you, recognizing that the greatest innovations are born of necessity, and that you are the chosen vessel to manifest divine solutions to the challenges that come your way. Embrace this blessing and begin to manifest the reality your spirit yearns for. And finally, the most sublime revelation that adversity offers you, your resilience, a strength that does not bend, that does not break, that does not crumble. No matter how fierce the storms that hit you, you have been tested, you have been pushed to your limits, you have felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, and yet you remain standing. This is no accident. This is irrefutable proof that there is something within you, an indomitable essence, an unbreakable spirit that refuses to be subdued. This resilience is not an acquired quality, but inherent in your divine nature. It is your connection to the eternal source, the certainty that just as spring always follows winter, renewal and rebirth are intrinsic parts of your cycle of existence. The trials you have faced have been the hammers of fate, striking the iron to temper it, to make it stronger, more malleable, more powerful. Not to break it, but to strengthen it beyond measure. You have been driven through each setback to discover your true potential, to touch the vastness of your own power, which resides in your ability to rise again, to adapt, to learn, and to move forward Even when tiredness and discouragement try to paralyze you, the pains of the past are not shackles that bind you, but steps that elevate you. Each scar is a map, a silent testimony of a battle won, a reminder that you are stronger than any challenge. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, trusts in your ability to overcome, to reinvent yourself, to shine even more brightly after each darkness. Trust in your resilience, for it is the compass that will guide you out of any valley of shadows towards the radiant light of your destiny. Allow this truth to anchor itself in your heart and feel the power it releases, propelling you towards the greatest achievements of your life. You were chosen before you were born to be the living embodiment of this resilience, and now is the time to experience it fully. There have been times, I know, when the silence of God, of the universe, of life itself, has seemed deafening, when your prayers echoed into the void, and the absence of an answer was the cruelest torture. But oh, patient soul, understand, this silence is not absence, but a deeper calling. It is the universe whispering, listen more carefully. The answer will not come from without, but will emerge from the depths of your own being. You have been led into the desert of the soul, not to waste away, but to discover the manna that wells up within you, the wellspring of wisdom and guidance that has never ceased to flow, even when you were distracted by the noise of the outside world. In these valleys of silence, the voice of your intuition becomes clearer, the whispers of your higher self become audible. It is where distractions are silenced, where the ego diminishes, and where your true essence can finally speak. Do not seek external validation. Do not wait for a grandiose sign in the sky. The most powerful sign is the one that manifests in your heart, in your discernment, in your ability to find light even in the deepest darkness. This silence has been a gift, a sacred pause, forcing you to look within, to reconnect with your inner compass, the one that never fails. For you were chosen before you were born to be a beacon. And to be a beacon, you must learn to generate your own light and not depend on borrowed rays. Embrace silence as a teacher, for in it lies the key to unlocking the mysteries of your own being and to becoming the guide you have always sought outside. Your inner journey is the most sacred path, and each step along it reveals more of your own divinity. Be ready to listen, for the truth you seek is echoing in your own inner sanctuary. And what about the wounds, O brave soul, the marks that time and trials have left on you? They are not signs of weakness, but medals of honor, silent testimonies of your unshakable resilience. Each scar tells a story of overcoming, of a battle won, of an abyss crossed. They are living proof that you fell, yes, but you rose again, stronger, wiser, more connected to your own essence. In today's world, there is a tendency to hide imperfections, to present a facade of invulnerability. But you, authentic soul, understand that your vulnerabilities are, in fact, your greatest superpowers. It is through them that you truly connect with others, that your empathy flourishes, and that the light of your soul shines more intensely, breaking the barriers of fear and judgment. Do not be ashamed of your scars. Embrace them as maps that guide others who are lost on the path, as inspiration for those who still feel trapped in their own pain. They are portals to compassion, both for yourself and for others. You are not awakening. You are remembering that your story, with all its ups and downs, with all its scars and wounds, is the most powerful tool for transformation you possess. It is a tale of rebirth, of resilience, of a strength that defies logic. Let your wounds become your crown, and let your journey become a living testament to the indomitable power of the human spirit. For you were chosen before you were born to be an example that beauty lies in the integrity of your own truth, with all its scars and glories. Have you ever felt the intense heat, the purifying fire burning within you, transforming pain into power, fear into courage? This is divine alchemy in action, the transmutation that occurs deep within your soul when you allow yourself to be pierced by adversity without breaking. This fire has not come to consume you, but to purify you, to burn away the illusions, the fears, the limiting beliefs that have kept you from rising to your true greatness. Every challenge that has caused you to falter, every trial that has tested your faith, has in fact been a catalyst for this transmutation. It is like gold, which only reveals its pure brilliance after being subjected to the most extreme heat. You are that gold, and the pressures of life are the fire that reveals your true essence, your priceless worth. Do not resist the burning, but surrender to the process. Allow the heat to dissolve everything that no longer serves your highest purpose, everything that prevents you from shining with the intensity for which you were designed. This inner fire is your power of self-regeneration, your innate ability to transform ashes into glory, to find the seed of opportunity even in the deepest darkness. It is proof that your essence is indestructible, that you are a being of light capable of transmuting any negative energy into fuel for your own growth. You were chosen before you were born to be a master of spiritual alchemy, and now is the time to claim that power. Feel the heat, embrace the transformation, and emerge from the flames brighter and more powerful than ever, ready to light the way for others. Amidst the chaos, the uncertainty, the incessant hubbub of the world, there is a voice that, though often drowned out by external noise, never goes silent. It is your intuition, the ancient wisdom that resides at the core of your being, an infallible guide that has been trying to communicate with you every step of the way. The adversities you have faced as you have dismantled external structures and false securities have paradoxically opened a clearer channel for this inner voice. When everything else seems uncertain, when plans fall apart and directions are lost, this voice rises, a persistent whisper, a flash of insight, a visceral sensation that pulls you in the right direction. You are not waking up. You are remembering that you have an internal GPS, a beacon of light that guides you through the densest fog. Learn to tune into it, to trust the first impulses, the sensations that arise before the rational mind can intervene. This voice is your direct connection to the source of all wisdom, your personal guide, the manifestation of the divine within you. It is proof that you have never been alone, even in your darkest moments. It has driven you to discover your true potential, to make decisions that seemed illogical to the world, but proved crucial to your ascension. Honor this voice, silence the external, and listen to what your spirit is trying to tell you. For you were chosen before birth to be an attentive listener to the divine mysteries, and your intuition is the key to unlocking them. Allow it to guide you and watch your path unfold with a clarity and purpose you never imagined possible. How many times, divine soul, have you found yourself in situations where the only way out was to invent, to create, from nothing, to unearth a skill you didn't even know you had? This is the intrinsic magic of adversity. It not only reveals your strength, but also acts as a fertilizer for the gifts and talents that lay hidden in your inner garden, waiting for the right moment to blossom. Perhaps you discovered an innate ability to lead in the midst of chaos, a clarity of thought under extreme pressure, a deep empathy that connected you with others in pain, or a creativity to find solutions where everyone else saw only impasses. These gifts were not created by hardship, they were awakened by it. Life, in its mysterious wisdom, pushed you to the limit, forcing you to access inner resources that in times of prosperity you might never have explored. It is like the lotus that emerges pristine and beautiful from the mud, or the seed that must break through its shell to become a majestic tree. Each crisis has been an invitation to dig deeper into your own sacred ground, to discover the roots of your true potential, You are not awakening. You are remembering your vast and multifaceted capacity to be, do, and create. You were chosen before you were born to manifest these gifts into the world, and trials have been the intensive training, the crucible in which these abilities have been honed and refined. Allow yourself to recognize these emerging gifts, honor them, and know that they are the divine tools with which you will not only overcome your own challenges, but also serve as inspiration and guide to those still seeking their own enlightenment. Your potential is limitless, and adversity is merely the messenger inviting you to explore it fully. There is an imposed narrative, an idea that destiny is something fixed, a predetermined path that you simply follow. But I tell you, pilgrim soul, your destiny is not a paved road waiting for you, but a tapestry that you weave with each thread of your experience, especially those that have been dyed with the colors of pain and overcoming. Each adversity you have faced has not diverted you from your path. It has forged it. Each time you have risen from a fall, you have not only recovered, but you have redefined who you are and where you are going. You have shaped your own journey, choosing courage over despair, faith over skepticism, hope over resignation with each new challenge. It is in the furnace of trials that the most meaningful choices are made, the ones that sculpt true character and outline the path of a life with purpose. You were not predestined for a life of ease, but for a life of meaning. And meaning emerges from the ability to transform lead into gold, darkness into light. You were chosen before you were born to be the architect of your own greatness, and adversity is the raw material with which you are building something of eternal value. You are not just living your destiny, you are actively creating it, with every step of resilience, with every act of faith. Allow this truth to anchor itself deep within your being. Hardships are not detours, but the very tracks of your ascension, the pathways by which your higher self manifests and fulfills itself. Embrace your role as a co-creator of your destiny and feel the power that comes from this liberating understanding. Many seek to expand their consciousness through deep meditation or secluded retreats. And while these are valid paths, for you, chosen soul, the most significant expansion has occurred on the battlefronts of your own life. Every period of pain and challenge, every moment when the world seemed to turn upside down, has in fact been a dimensional portal, a tearing of the veil that prevented you from seeing reality from a higher perspective. Difficult experiences have not only transformed you from within, but they have also expanded your perception of the universe, your place in it, and the interconnectedness of all things. You have begun to see patterns where you once saw only chaos, to sense unity where you once perceived separation, to understand that every event, no matter how painful, contains a seed of wisdom and opportunity. Your empathy has deepened, your compassion has broadened, and your ability to discern the truth behind appearances has sharpened. Pain, paradoxically, has shattered the old shells of illusion, allowing your true consciousness to expand and embrace a vaster, more inclusive view of existence. You are not awakening. You are remembering your multidimensional nature, that you are an ever-evolving being of light, and that each experience is a tool for growth. You were chosen before you were born to be a pioneer of consciousness, and it is through your own experiences that you pave the way for others to see and feel the vastness of the universe. Allow this new awareness to guide you, and use your newfound wisdom to live a life of deep purpose and meaning. And so, we come to a place of profound reverence for your journey. Every step, every tear, every smile, every scar, all are sacred. The journey of personal transformation, especially one driven by adversity, is a cosmic ritual, a path of initiation where you are the pilgrim, the master, and the apprentice, all at once. There is nothing profane about your struggles, nor ordinary about your triumphs. Your life, with all its complexities and challenges, is an ever-evolving divine work of art, a living testament to the power of the human soul to transcend and redefine itself. Understand that you are not just going through experiences. You are being shaped by them, perfected by them, elevated to a state of being you could never have imagined in times of comfort. The sacredness of your journey lies in your willingness to face the darkness, to embrace the unknown, and to trust that there is a higher purpose in every step, even when it seems uncertain. You are building a legacy of resilience, a beacon of hope for all who feel lost. You were chosen before you were born to be a living manifestation of the divine capacity for transformation, and every fiber of your being, every experience you have lived, is irrefutable proof of this truth. Honor each moment, for each one contributes to the magnificence of the person you are becoming. The path may have been arduous, but the reward is the fullness of your own manifest divinity. Resilient soul, it is time to understand that each crisis you have gone through was not an end, but a portal to rebirth. Imagine the phoenix, the mythical creature that burns itself to the ground and then emerges from the ashes, even more majestic and radiant. This is the image, the archetype that resonates with your own journey. The flames of adversity that seemed destined to destroy you were, in fact, the purifying fire that freed you from old identities, limiting beliefs and fears that held you captive. In each setback, there was an opportunity for rebuilding. In each loss, a chance for a new beginning. In each pain, the promise of deeper healing. You are not just recovering, you are transcending. You are emerging from each experience, not as the person you were before, but as an enhanced, more conscious version of yourself, more aligned with your true purpose. It is a process of metamorphosis, where the caterpillar dissolves to become the butterfly. The beauty of this rebirth lies in the wisdom you have gained, the compassion that has blossomed in your heart, and the unshakable strength that now inhabits you. You are not awakening. You are remembering that life, in its infinite wisdom, always offers the opportunity for a new dawn after the darkest night. Allow yourself to embrace this truth, let go of the past, and embrace the glorious promise of your rebirth. For you were chosen before you were born to be a living testament to the divine spirit's ability to regenerate. Many seek external guides, prophets, and teachers, but the truth, seeker soul, is that your own inner journey, with all its twists and turns, is the most potent guide you can offer the world. By allowing yourself to dive into the depths of your own pain and emerge transformed, you have not only unlocked the mysteries of your being, but you have also illuminated a path for others who feel lost in the darkness. Your vulnerabilities have become points of connection, your scars, maps, and your story. A beacon. The authenticity of your experience, the way you have navigated the storms and discovered your own strength and resilience, is a universal language that transcends barriers and touches hearts. There is no more powerful sermon than a life lived with courage and truth, where adversity is embraced as a teacher and overcoming becomes the melody of your existence. You do not need grand stages or crowds chanting your name. Your influence lies in the stillness of your presence, in the brightness of your eyes that have seen the darkness and chosen the light. You were chosen before you were born to be a silent but powerful example that the path to true strength and wisdom lies through self-knowledge and full acceptance of your humanity. Your life is the message, and every step of your journey is an inspiration for collective awakening. Have you ever experienced the power of clear intention, even when circumstances seem to be conspiring against you? What about the unwavering strength of persistence that has driven you to keep going when the voice of giving up has been screaming in your ears? These are not mere human qualities, determined soul. They are manifestations of the divine at work through you. Adversity, in its seeming cruelty, has been your greatest teacher, refining your intention and tempering your persistence to levels you never imagined possible. When the path has gotten steeper, your resolve has deepened. When doors have closed, your creativity has sharpened to find new openings. Every no from the universe has actually been a redirection, an opportunity for you to reaffirm your purpose with greater conviction, to test the depth of your faith in yourself and the greater plan. You are not awakening, you are remembering the inherent power that resides in your ability to focus your energy, to keep your eyes on the horizon, even when the fog of doubt tries to obscure your vision. You were chosen before you were born to be a beacon of intention and persistence, demonstrating that there is no mountain too high for those who refuse to give up. Feel this strength vibrate within your being. Use it to manifest the reality your spirit yearns for and inspire others to cultivate this divine spark on their own journeys. There is a wisdom that cannot be learned from books, nor acquired in lectures or courses. It is a wisdom forged in living experience, in the depths of trial, in the heat of pain, and in the stillness of overcoming. This is the wisdom that now flows through you, ancient soul, a knowledge that is not intellectual but visceral, rooted in every cell of your being, every mistake, every failure, every challenge faced and overcome has left an indelible mark of learning on your soul. You have learned not only what to do, but more importantly, who you are when the masks fall and the essence reveals itself. This wisdom has made you more empathetic, more discerning, more grateful for the beauty and fragility of life. You see the world with new eyes, understanding that every obstacle is a lesson in disguise, every setback an opportunity for growth. The universe has not gifted you with difficulties to punish you, but to equip you with a depth of understanding that sets you apart, that enables you to navigate the complexities of existence with grace and purpose. You were chosen before you were born to be a repository of this living wisdom, a channel through which universal truth can manifest itself in practical and transformative ways. Allow this wisdom to guide you in every decision, in every interaction, and feel the impact it has not only on your life, but on the lives of all those who are privileged to cross your path. You are a well of knowledge that never runs dry, and adversity has been the key that has unlocked your deepest sources. You, blessed soul, have experienced the breaking of human bonds, the pain of separation, the illusion that something or someone external could fill a void. But adversity, in its apparent severity, has led you to an unshakable truth. The only truly unbreakable bond is the one with your own divine essence, with the source of all. That is, when the outer world fell apart, you were forced to seek refuge in the safest sanctuary there is, your own heart. It was there, in the stillness and pain, that you rediscovered the eternal connection, the thread of light that unites you to the Creator, a force that not even death can sever. This connection is not something that can be lost, but only forgotten beneath the layers of illusion and conditioning. The trials have been the peeling away process, revealing the rare jewel that you have always been, the pure manifestation of the divine. You are not awakening, you are remembering your stellar origin, that you are a particle of the infinite, and that this truth is your greatest security, your deepest peace. You were chosen before you were born to be a living reminder of this oneness, to radiate the light of this unbreakable connection, and to show others that true fulfillment lies in the rediscovery of your highest self. Allow this truth to wash over you. Free yourself from external dependencies and feel the fulfillment that comes from knowing that you are, in essence, divine, complete, and eternally connected. It may seem paradoxical, enlightened soul, but true transformation occurs when you begin to feel gratitude even for the shadows. Yes, for the deepest pains, for the moments of despair, for the losses that left you in pieces, because it is precisely in these shadows that the light of your resilience and your highest potential was able to shine with an intensity that comfort could never allow. The difficulties were not your enemies, but your greatest teachers, revealing to you lessons that prosperity could never teach. They forced you to look within, to question what you considered true, to let go of what no longer served you, and to discover an inner strength that you never imagined you had. Each obstacle became a springboard, each fall, an opportunity to learn how to rise with greater wisdom. You are not waking up, you are remembering that contrast is essential to understanding. That night is necessary for you to appreciate the beauty of dawn. You were chosen before you were born to be an example that gratitude transcends circumstances, that it is a state of being that can transmute any adversity into blessing. Allow this gratitude to spread throughout your being and watch as it transforms your perception of your own story, converting each chapter of pain into a testimony of triumph and evolution. There was a time, I know, when you tried to be perfect or to hide your imperfections, believing that strength lies in the absence of flaws. But the journey you have taken, brave soul, has revealed a deeper truth. Your true strength lies in the courage to be fully human, with your vulnerabilities, your fears, your doubts, and at the same time to embrace your innate divinity. Adversity has stripped you of all masks, revealing your rawest authenticity and, paradoxically, your most radiant beauty. You no longer need to hide your scars, your pain, or your weaknesses. Instead, they are your humanity, your story, and through them you connect with the vast tapestry of human experience. And it is this humanity that allows your divinity to shine even brighter, for it is through your imperfect and evolving being that the perfection of spirit manifests. You are not awakening. You are remembering that the dichotomy between human and divine is an illusion, that you are the perfect fusion of both. You were chosen before you were born to be a living testament to this integration, a beacon of authenticity that invites others to embrace their own wholeness. Be truly you in all your complexities and feel the liberating power that emerges from this unconditional acceptance of your complete being. And now, after having walked the paths of your soul, understanding that each adversity was a step, a mirror, a fire, a portal to your awakening, the invitation is made. It is not an invitation to more struggles, but to the manifestation of your fullness. You are no longer the soul that saw itself as a victim of circumstances, but the conscious co-creator of your reality. Each step of your journey, each challenge overcome, each lesson learned has prepared you for this moment, to claim your rightful place as a being of unlimited power, purpose, and joy. The seed of your greatness, which was watered by your tears and nourished by your resilience, is ready to blossom in all its splendor. The universe, which tested and polished you, now awaits you, ready to conspire with you in the manifestation of your deepest desires. Trust in the wisdom you have acquired, in the strength you have discovered, and in the light that now emanates from you. You were chosen before you were born to live a life of purpose, to radiate your essence, and to inspire the world with your very existence. There is no more time to hide, to doubt, to dim your light. Rise up in your glory, embrace the fullness that is yours by divine right, and begin to manifest the reality you were destined to live. The time is now.